There are 3 dorms in Easton Magic Academy, and students are assigned to a dorm based on their corresponding characteristics. Those with courage and conviction are assigned to Adler. Wisdom and willingness are assigned to Orca. And those with ability and ambition are assigned to Lang. Mash learns that 5 silver coins make 1 gold coin. Since he has 2 silver coins, he calculates he needs 28 more silver coins for a gold coin, but Finn corrects him that it's just 3 more. Mash then notes he enjoys how peaceful is today, but in that moment Finn remembers they haven't submitted their potions assignments and starts to panic. Lance shows up, surprised to hear they haven't done their assignment, and calls them slackers. He proceeds to explain that they are ruining the dorm's reputation and should be ashamed. Mash then opens his pendant, showing him the picture of his sister, and seeing her bright shine, Lance gets blown away by it. Lance decides to help them with their potions assignment, and shows them a mandragora, explaining that if they silence their screams, they become universal ingredient in potions. He then shows them how to do it, and uses Quientus, which calms the mandragora and silences it. Finn then tries, however the mandragora keeps screaming after he uses Quientus. Mash tries it too, however, the mandragora starts screaming even louder. Lance tells Finn that he needs to focus his magic on a single point. Finn then tries again and manages to calm and put it to sleep. Meanwhile, Mash's mandragora had become so crazy that it grew in size. As it attacks Mash, he slaps it and knocks it out, stating he managed to silence it. With the mandragoras now silent, Lance explains that they turn into a regular herb. He then shows them how to cut it and cook it to turn it into a compound. Finn finds it's too complicated, but Mash states he got it. He follows Lance's steps, but ends up making a cream puff. Lance feels that Mash is messing around and shows him slowly step by step. However, Mash's compound again ends up being a cream puff, which shocks Lance as he was watching every step and can't understand how this happened. Lance tells Mash that he won't be losing to him anymore, as he has his reasons on joining the Bureau of Magic. Mash is equal or better in combat, and Lance won't allow some nobody to take away Mash's coins. Lance then tells Mash to try making the compound again. Wahlberg recalls that the all-dorm off-campus class is coming up soon and wonders if Mash will be alright. Meanwhile, Dot bumps into 3 students, who pick a fight with him, but he beats them all. Abel states that the divine visionaries are those who mold and rule the world. He asks what trait a ruler should possess, and Abyss states its noble bloodline and overwhelming power. Abel confirms, noting that this means that not the students from Adler, but the students from Lang, and then tells the rest to seize all coins from the other dorms. The next day, the off-campus class starts and students are taken in the forest. Dot goes around stating he is number 1 and the main character as the world moves around him. Mash and the rest find him weird, and as he notices Mash, he recognizes him and tries to explain that he looks like a side character to him. In that moment, Lemon comes running, telling Mash to be careful and wondering if she can tag along. Dot gets angry and spits on Mash, stating he hates guys who get attention from women. Women to men ration is supposed to be 1-to-1, yet there is no woman who had fallen for Dot, which means that people like Mash are ruining the system. Dot had decided to join the Bureau of Magic and get rid the world from hot guys. However, Mash and the rest ignore Dot, which only makes him angrier. The teacher shows up and explains that both Adler and Lang will be participating in this outdoor exercise. Their task is to exterminate forest scorpions and will receive bronze or silver coins as rewards. They need to bring back the stones on the scorpions' foreheads. Most are worth bronze coins, but few strong ones with square stones are worth silver coins. As the teacher tells them to go, a student, Silva Iron from Lang, comes to Mash and states that Mash thinks he is hot stuff. He then attacks Mash, hitting him, and Mash gives him a fierce look. The teacher stops them and Silva explains that they are just messing around. As he leaves, Lance tells Mash to not bother with Silva, who is infamous for his misconduct. He explains that he injured several students and teacher, and they made him repeat a year, but didn't expel him due to his magic abilities. Mash then checks his cream puff and explains he was worried it got crushed in his pocket, which makes Lance realize that Mash's fierce look was because of his cream puff. Lance and Mash head into the forest. Lance suggests they work together, but then realizes that he already lost Mash. Meanwhile, Mash runs into Dot, who wanted to prove that he is better than Mash, but as he sees Mash, he gets shocked. Mash then slaps him to shut up. Dot decides to fight him, but he hears a girl scream, who is being targeted by another male student. He quickly helps her, attacking the guy with Explom and defeating him. The girl, Lauren Cabas, then thanks him, making Dot blush and melt. Lauren is shocked at how weird he is, but keeps complimenting him, which only excites Dot, who continues to do weird things, while trying to keep calm and look cool. Lauren notes that with her magic, she can easily make those who are slightly attracted to her to fall in love. Although looking at Dot, she guesses she probably didn't even need to use her magic. She then starts complimenting Mash, and uses her magic to make him fall in love with her, but it has no effect on Mash. She tries to be even more charming, however it again has no result. As she at least got Dot, she then explains that Silva is threatening and stalking her. Seeing her cry, Dot decides to beat up Silva. Silva then shows up, wondering who is going to beat him. Silva states that Dot is a loser, and when he meets loser, he wants to give them taste of reality, and see what kind of faces they will make. However, in that moment, Dot attacks Silva using machine gun Explom. Meanwhile, Finn and Lemon had found Lance and are begging him to not leave them alone. Silva had protected himself with his magic. He proceeds to mock Dot and hits him, knocking him down, wondering where his energy went and stating there is a big difference in their skills. A rock from Silva's attack knocks down the cream puff that Mash was eating,